Hello, and welcome to Twitter Versus. So, Denims has announced that she will be suing Ethan Klein of H3 for defamation. She claims that Ethan has stated that she is responsible for the CPS call on his family over a month ago. Is this true? Is this false? Or maybe, is this another Keffel situation? All I know is that Twitter has a lot to say. It starts with Denims when she tweets out, "Ethan Klein, retract or you may want to replace your lawyer who can't do shit." Despite publicly acknowledging that I have never endorsed and even denounced calling CPS on Ethan, he has continued to spread this malicious lie. EthanKleinLied.com. We should hold influential creators like this to the same standard we hold anyone else to. I am going to do my part. If Ethan Klein doesn't retract his lies about me, I will look into legal avenues to convince him that he should have. If any viewer wishes to check out that link to EthanKleinLied.com, it will be in the description below. Let's continue. Joey Salads replies, "Just a pathetic money grab." Denims replies, "Why is everyone saying you drank your own piss for content in my mentions?" Ariana Jasmine says, "Period, girl, yes." XOXO says, "Get his ass, based Denims." Ethan's Addict tweets, "Ethan Klein's response to Denims' demand for a retraction. I personally, in my opinion, hold responsible for the CPS thing. I mean, I want to destroy her. I'm going to ruin her life probably. She is suing the victim of her crime," and plays this video.
I'll tell you, and then I'll move right on. Everybody is probably expecting me to talk about this Denims. Denims announces she's suing me for defamation, for saying that I think that I hold her personally. I personally, in my opinion, hold her responsible for the CPS thing, which is obvious based on the call. So she thought it would be wise to sue me, the victim of her fucking insane incompetence. Stupid fucking dumbass. She's the dumbest person alive. I actually genuinely think, well, I don't know. iDubbbz gives her a run for her money. I mean, I want to destroy her. I'm going to ruin her life, probably. And the good thing about that is that just remember who shot the first shot. She's suing the victim of her crime. So, like, when I say I'm going to ruin her life, obviously I just want to put her in financial ruin.
Ethan's Addict continues with, "Interesting legal strategy."
I want to financially ruin her, but just remember, guys, she came at me. My harasser came at me.
Friday's certainly going to be something.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to dig into this Denims thing. It's so hard not to talk about it. Denims. Don't sue me, Denims. Please. Please don't take the first legal action. What's that have to do with anything?
For clips.
Denims is a giant turd-eating monster whose life, financially speaking, I'm going to probably not ruin, but I do want to put her in some. I do want to. I would like to put her into some financial.
Declaring bankruptcy?
Why don't you just chill?
No, what's the proper verbiage on this? Difficult day. How about that? No, see that sounds too bad. I want to put her into a pickle.
It doesn't sound serious enough. Pickle sounds like something like a funny.
Want to put her into a bit of a bind. We'll work on it. I'm kidding, by the way.
Imposter replies to this clip saying, "Interesting tactic, fueling the fire, making it easy on her." Goof and Gaffs replies, "Thank you, Ethan Klein. Keep saying these things, please, LMFAO. What an idiot." Yeet tweets, "The stock guy is shocked to hear Denims has a GoFundMe to sue Ethan Klein and implies she has no case." Are you guys with me? She's doing better than ever since this happened. So how do you sue for defamation? Prove loss of business from that. And post this clip.
Are you guys fucking with me? There's no way they actually have a GoFundMe, right? Wait. I don't know the context here, but in order to sue somebody for defamation, you have to prove that they harmed you or your business or your income. Apparently, from what I just read, she's doing better than ever since this happened. So how do you sue for defamation? How are you going to prove loss of income or loss of business from that?
Yeet continues and says, Asmongold begs Ethan Klein to do one thing if the Denims lawsuit ends up happening. Ethan, please live stream the trial.
Is that Denims is going to sue Ethan Klein, okay? Oh, I know what the probability is. It's 0. And if it is going to happen, I will be very surprised and also very excited because it's going to be great content. But yes, Ethan, please live stream the trial. I had a really good year a couple years ago with that, okay? I had a really good time. And so hopefully we can do that one again, okay? So we'll see what's going to happen.
Turns out, Asmongold was actually 100% correct. Because while I was editing this video, Denims came out and said that she will not be going forward with the lawsuit. 1 week, 1,692 donations, and 46,000 later, I'm refunding the GoFundMe. If/when I go forward as a plaintiff, I will be self-funded. Thank you everyone for proving Ethan wrong. His behavior is unacceptable and people do care. Proceeding with a defamation suit against Ethan is a monumental undertaking. His suit with Kavanaugh started almost 4 years ago and is still ongoing. I don't want to fundraise to start a fight that I can't finish and feel like I've let down those who have donated. With that in mind, if this is a journey I wish to undertake, I'll be doing it with my own funds. I'll be keeping all of you posted if anything happens while the statute of limitation runs for the next year, and I'll be elaborating on Friday's stream. I appreciate all of you for your support, it means more than you know. Why issue a retraction letter and crowdfund if you weren't serious about your legal threat? I was and am. If CC48A applies, you must issue a retraction letter within 20 days of the defamatory statement before you can pursue a lawsuit. This is why Ethan was so prompt in his letter to Noah, but has yet to file a suit, if he ever actually planned on doing so. I changed my mind about the crowdfunding because I realized that I didn't like the money-grubbing narrative. Normally, this wouldn't be an issue because I could just be transparent with how the money was being spent, but over the lengths of time that a lawsuit would span, it isn't realistic, and just doing my best isn't enough for an offensive lawsuit. Anyone that's disappointed needs to realize they would have been waiting a very long time for any kind of emotional payout on this anyway. And that it's easier to take my time on this when I'm not being perpetually scrutinized as a scammer. To anyone that doesn't care about the money and just wants to see Ethan take L's, the Kavanaugh suit will end before any potential lawsuit of mine gets off the ground. Not to mention, if he does end up filing something against me, it feels strange to crowdfund for a defamation suit and for a defense at the same time. And mixing the funds feels even stranger. This is the cleanest way to move forward. Bo Black says, super weird to start a fundraiser for a lawsuit you aren't committed to, but at least she refunded and didn't run away with the money raised. Doe Jangles says, lol, it was a social experiment. High Def Static says, thanks for posting this clarification. I appreciate the clarity. Tim says, Denims, you're one of my favorite people. Never change. Goosemiss replies, translation, the law firm I talked with said I don't really have a case. Ray Abu Salim says, you guys need to get Hassan to do it. Hassan the Hun is the one with the strongest case, and then you guys could do a class action suit, and then demand a gag order. Then he'd be forced to move on. Nick Diorio says, I still can't stop laughing at Denims. I've never seen such a satisfying self-own. She really tried to, the social experiment has ended, guys, and it was a success, us. LMFAO. Now that you have sent me tens of thousands of dollars, you have proven my original secret goal, and I will be giving it all back. Even after such an embarrassing self-own, even in the wake of one of the biggest crippling failures I've ever seen, Denims still finds a way to blame Ethan Klein. She is so malicious, it's actually comical. Oh my god, the snark tears. Diorio then posts these screenshots from the snark subreddit, which reads as, Expensive Estate says, man, it sucks that Ethan is going to take this as a massive W, and Denims is going to be flooded with some heinous shit from H3 fans. Cold Warthog says, Ethan is going to be insufferable. Agreeable Nerve replies, and there will be no mention of the fact that he did the exact same thing with the Noah Samson lawsuit, except didn't have the decency to announce that he's no longer pursuing it. So, instead, is just another thing that will never be mentioned again. Big Cutta says she's not retracting the suit though. She's still pursuing him if he doesn't retract his statements, just in a self-funded manner. Raven replies, yeah, I don't understand what he's talking about. The same thing happened with the FUPA fund. Everything is going forward still. She just isn't accepting donations. A Bitch Ayad replies, she said she may not choose to do that though. Sounds like she isn't going to sue. Snoo Chickens says, fuck, now I'm really upset. Innuendo Studios got all this money in a day just because he didn't want to make any videos, but a woman gets defamed in an open and shut case and she can't get a third of what he got? Big Wig X says, at least we can enjoy Ethan providing further evidence of his disgusting misogyny when he calls her dumb, etc. Legitimate Shoe says, well, now I suppose she's going to just have to defend herself against Ethan. Hopefully he doesn't sue her, but let's be real, it's Ethan. Vision Philosophy says, this was all pretty clearly not going anywhere. The only thing bringing Ethan, the fucking Arabs, any consequences is some massive self-own at some point, like Crowder. Until then, he's an untouchable right-winger. Botoyer Deity says, genuinely not trying to be mean, but she never should have stated anything related to legal matters against him if she wasn't planning on going through with it 100%, because it's just going to be more fuel Ethan has that she's not credible. Ethan is going to insufferable and claim she had no case in the first place, which is clearly not true. Roland of Gilead says, Ethan Klein and bullying women is a submission. Name a more iconic duo. Hackett of Crisp says, oh, I hate this so bad. Yeet post, Ethan responds to Denims canceling the GoFundMe for her lawsuit. Her attorney explained to her that she had no chance, would be liable to pay my attorney's fees. Unfortunately for you, I don't need anyone's money, and I don't like being threatened by the person harassing me. Rob's Media replies to Denims saying, maybe you shouldn't have hidden the evidence from the public. Just a thought. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next Twitter Versus. Goodbye.